Okay, this is Kelly. Kelly, right? Kelly? Okay. Kelly, how young are you? How young?
41.
21, okay.
41.
So 21, okay. So you're 21 years old, right? Just say yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I've ridden with Kelly today. So part of the biomechanics, not bike fitting, eh? So bike fitting is just adjusting the bike. Today I purposely rode behind you
Okay.
because I needed to see if you being strong, we don't have to talk about that. You're really strong.
No.
You're really strong, okay?
Okay.
So we don't have to talk about how to become stronger
Stronger.
because you're already strong. What we want to do with biomechanics is how can we make you more efficient? Because many riders are strong but not efficient.
Ah.
So our job is how can we make your strength longer? Yeah?
Yeah.
So a while ago, you noticed when you were following the men on the climb, there's one point that snap, yeah? And hard to catch up. Next thing you know, you shift, it's like cannot figure out what gear to catch, yeah? Okay. So what I'm trying to do here, since I've already seen you ride, I'm gonna show you what I see and up to you. It's up to you to decide if it's true or not.
Okay.
Okay? So it's not me telling you you're wrong, no. Maybe we can work how we can make you a better rider overall. Okay, first, the way you hold the bike. So a while ago, just me, I see you like really like muscle the bike, like really muscle. I think you're angry because you wanna close the gap. That's normal. So I always tell people that the real character of a person show when you're on the climb. Because on the climb, if you're doing it right, you look beautiful. If you're doing it wrong, you look like you're just miserable. Miserable, okay? So right now, this is just what I see. The way you hold the bike, you're only connected on the bike on the saddle and here. Remember, okay? You're only connected on the bike on the saddle and here. Those 2 points are the anchor. Very important. Everything that you do on the bike will depend on that point and this point. If these 2 points create stress, numb fingers,
Numb.
lower back pain, because you're exerting, everything that I'm telling you does not exist when you're fresh. First 10 kilometers, everyone's strong. Everyone. But once we start ending the ride with 10 kilometers to go, with the climb, that's when a lot of people start to fall. Okay? So when I see you ride a while ago, no question, you're very strong. So I'm gonna go straight to what I see, okay? Right now, when you're tired, your center of gravity is too far forward. You don't see it because maybe you've been riding like this, but you're too stretched out. Okay? Let's demonstrate. On this point, higher. There you go. Same. Press this here. If you notice, this is too far.
Oh.
Your knee is not even hitting this. It's too far.
Oh.
Knees together.
Yeah.
But you look good. But it means that this point is too far from that point. Let's make an experiment, okay? This one now, stay, go here, low. Now you can squeeze, okay? Next, straighten up. The bar is too wide for you. There are 2 ways of going faster. One is more power, more effort, or I can just make you super small. You save 30% effort to go at the same speed. That's why if you look at, well, the bike that I made, my bar is really narrow, 31. Because I'm lazy, I don't want to train, I don't like biking. But I wanna ride with you, with your group. So the way I compensate for my lack of mileage is I have to be super efficient, less effort to go through the wind. Then I can catch up. So I'm happy. I'm not a pro, I don't race. I'm sure it's going to be like you. At this age right now, we want to be like this strong until we're 50. But you know we cannot be strong forever.
Yeah.
So, the way we want to teach biomechanics to our age is, what if I just make you efficient without having to spend too much time on the road? Okay? So, this one is what the wind sees. You will be exerting a lot of effort. So, I'm going to demonstrate to you. If your hoods are here, there you go. Closer. There you go. Yeah. I'm going to pull it down. You pull it up.
Pull up.
Yes. Ready? Set, pull up. Go. Now pedal. Push down. Lift up. Push down. Lift up. Push down. Lift up. There you go. Now, what you notice is you're also using this muscle now. You're also using this. You can now generate more torque because there's a counter torque. But if I make this too wide like this, then you're riding like that.
Yeah lah.
Numb fingers, yeah, okay. So I can tell you right now, you're most comfortable is when you hold here. So ideally, these two hoods should be here. Ideally. Supposedly.
Long.
Yes. Okay? And this is too wide. So ideally, again, make a fist. Make a fist, yeah? Put it here. Put it there. Now you can see the road better. That's why when you guys see the Tour de France, right? They're super relaxed. This point here, very compact. That's why your lower back does not become painful anymore. When you're too stretched out, all of a sudden you need this whole muscle to support you from falling down. So after a while, these two muscles over here become very painful. Then someone punch you in the tummy. It's like, there you go. It's like, this one, like, make it compact. There you go. It's like, That's why you see all the time trialists. Now you're like a buck. There you go. So all the power comes from here. Because what we want to do is not to put the power on the legs, because I'm conserving the legs for the final 10K, right? So I need to put everything here on this part, especially the lats and the obliques. If this is too far, she's never going to be able to use that. She's always going to depend on this. That's why after a while, this burn. When it burn, your heart rate go up, and then you need to relax. Okay, yeah? So, too wide, too long. This is where your hood should be. Supposedly, there. See, when you're in that position, look at it. If I remove this, it's like she's on a time trial bike. This is like her. Perfect. If she rides like that, if you see everyone like Tadej Pogacar, this one should be hitting here, there, there. If it's too far, now all of a sudden the stress transfer here. So this should be as close as possible there. Then you can hold this forever. Because the key in cycling is how can we make her frontal surface area as small as possible so you save a lot of energy. Yeah? Because this is too wide, this should be your bar. So this is just a fix, really quick one. Okay. So you'll feel the difference. This is just because this is too wide. Huh? Now hold here, like this, like this. Perfect. All of a sudden you can squeeze that muscle here. So what do you do? There you go. There you go. And then this. There you go. See, now you feel less pressure. Compared to before, when you were riding like this, all the pressure go here, straight here, straight here. Twist it, support. Perfect. And then when you want to attack, there. You want to recover, straighten. You want to attack, there. So you see this one stays the same. You feel it? A little bit different. Again, why are we doing this? We want her to have like a smaller frontal area So she's doing 20 to 30% less effort to be at the same speed. And if you really want a time trial and on a breakaway, then you make this as your aero bar. Closer. Perfect. And then it's going to be uncomfortable. Move forward a little bit on the saddle. Move forward just a little bit more. And then push down, lift up. Push. Down. Lift. Pulling the bars backward. You pull downward. Yeah, there you go. Use this muscle. So when you pull it back, then you're using more power over here. Done. When you're resting, there. No. There. See, all of a sudden, that pressure transfer. Open. There you go. See, now it's easier. So the way we measure, when we do made to measure, we actually measure from here to here. You don't measure top tube length, stem. No, 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 no. At the end of the day, you don't hold here, right? You also don't hold here. You hold here. Whatever size of bike you choose, at the end of the day, if you cannot hold this, everything is useless. So whatever frame you choose, it doesn't matter what brand. If you cannot achieve this, everything is just, your talent is going to be wasted. In cycling, it's all about the competition of energy management. But it's my only way. Because if I do the high RPM, my heart rate goes up, my quads burn out, lactic acid, I cannot do that. I'm not young anymore. But what if we transfer the same style to you? You become the fastest in the final 15 kilometers, not the fastest in the first 30K. You let the girls attack. Yeah? So this is too long,
Yeah.
this is too wide. That's it. Well, I'm just going to give you a ballpark figure. This should be, supposedly, for this frame, this should be 70. 70, okay. Well, if you cannot find a 70, at maximum 80. Okay. Maximum, okay. This one should at least be 36. Okay. You ride the horse. Yes. That's why I can produce torque on the 58. Because I use the handlebar to produce torque here. That's why I can sustain the torque. But if you don't fix this first, the most basic, the distance of your hips to here, if you don't fix this, whatever training you do, you'll reach a plateau. Once you reach a plateau and you don't think that you're improving, what's the solution? More mileage. That's our solution. We need to do more mileage. What if you do less mileage but obsess on posture? Because remember, with posture, you already saved 20 to 30%. 20 to 30%. So now you'll be training 30% less than the competition. What does that mean? It means more rest. The more rested you are, the more powerful you are. The less damage in your body. Now you can keep racing until you're 55 or 60 years old. So that's by, I cannot coach you like the kids because that's different. They can have a higher heart rate, right? But for us, we cannot. We have to take care of our heart. So as we get older, we transfer the stress from the heart to the muscle. Example, we can go to the gym. No, we can all go to the gym and lift weights. Agree? Yeah. Because that's muscular force. But if I put Kelly on the treadmill, she can run. Yip is going to like just walk. True. Why? Because she has a better cardiovascular compared to him. So what's the common denominator? As we get older, we can start transferring the load from the heart to the muscles. Because the muscle, I can train until I'm 80 years old. The heart stops improving. If you keep on going at 170 beats per minute, you're damaging your heart. We're not getting any younger. And there you go, always open. Yeah. Because the more open it is, guaranteed this one doesn't flex.
So it's my...
No, just open.
Open.
You don't, yeah, that's it. You're not going to break. If you need to break, just slide and then go back.
Go back.
Don't use this muscle because you're going to use them later. Just open. Not this. Open. Relax. Just open.
Okay.
That's it. So you just use to steer. This is when you're relaxing. Okay? When you want to attack. In fact, tools. Just a little bit. Yeah, tools, please. Allen wrench for this. Biomechanics is all about how can I make you so much more efficient tomorrow. Bike fit, you can only do so much, especially if it's integrated. I can only adjust the saddle and what else? Put a tape here. So when he time trials, it makes it like this. They put a tape so that he's permanently like that to make his helmet flat. But meaning, at the highest level of the sport, posture is posture. Yep, if he wants to do the mileage as Kelly, just ride 100 kilometers a day, right? You want to buy the supplement, you can buy. But nobody invests on posture. It's all about what's the aero wheel, what's the aero. It's always about buying parts, but never talk about you. And what's wrong about cycling? Not really wrong. Your measurement is how fast you are. You look at the Strava, right? It only shows speed, but it does not discuss posture. It does not discuss, are you a good rider? You can be strong, but like a while ago, if you hold it like an Incredible Hulk, yeah, you're strong, but a good person, a good coach sees you like, nah, just a week. Okay, done. That's it. Okay.
This bike's solution can be changed. One is shorten the stem.
Shorten the stem and
Yeah,
narrower.
and narrow the handlebar. Yeah, because
Okay, we're gonna. All right, we're back with Kelly, our 21-year-old Instagram. So what we tried to do today is on the first session that we had, I'm just going to explain just a recap. On the first session we had to observe your biomechanics on your previous setup. Okay, same bike, same everything, but specific setup. Now what I learned from the way you were riding is that you're more of a your role in the team is more of the team leader. When you're the team leader, the objective is you have friends who will work in front so that you can conserve energy. Okay? Because you've always been in the podium, what happens in professional racing is the team leader conserves energy. So the name of the game is not who's the most powerful. The name of the game is who can save the most energy for the final 10 kilometers. So we have to change our strategy. Conserve as much energy as possible on the 90% so that you're at maximum level on the final 10%. And how do we conserve that? We don't have to talk about your FTP or your power or all that stuff. You're already powerful. Your area for improvement is how can we use that power when we need it most? And majority of the time, at the 90% of the time, how can we make you use super less power but higher speed? Because right now, most people think that higher speed, higher power. Higher speed, more power, okay? So for us, our job is higher speed, lower power. That's the magic formula. The way you do that is through efficiency, either aerodynamics, drafting, and all that stuff, okay? So the major difference of what we talked about here is we had to measure the distance of your hoods to your hips. For us Asians, this is the most important part. We are connected on the bike only in 2 points, the hoods, the saddle, and then the pedal. If your connection to the hoods is off, it will dictate the way you ride. From our previous observation, it was too long. When it's too long and too wide, you ride like this. And when you ride like this, it tenses the muscles over here. That's why I had to have a screenshot of all your photographs. You're riding like this. Okay? It's not your fault. It's just because the bike is dictating you to ride like that.
When you ride like this, it will tension the forearm and the triceps, plus obviously the wind. So our objective today is how can we make your frontal surface area as narrow as possible. You can only do so much with the aerodynamics of the bike. I mean, the bike is already aerodynamic. But you always have to remember, 85% of the aerodynamic is actually you. 15% is just the bike. 15%, and once you fix the bike, you cannot do anything. But the body, we can, okay? So what we're trying to do today is I want you to hold the hoods now. We have this on video, so we're gonna do a side-by-side comparison of your before and after, okay? Perfect, okay? So just a quick summary. Twist your wrist exactly like that. Before, show me how you hold before. Outside. When you're outside and you're doing this, it stresses the wrist, connected to the forearm, connected to the triceps. Now, better. You feel more in control because now you can use your chest muscles to squeeze, okay? So that's one. This is very important because this one will now dictate everything that happens at the back, okay? Previously, when your handlebars were too far, let's just make an experiment. Here, like literally there, and then straighten. See, that's how you ride. This one starts to become like that, yeah, like that. That's how you ride. That's exactly how you ride before. What will happen now, it will hurt your lower back, okay? It will hurt this, and then you're gonna have numb fingers. To give you a comparison, this is now 3 centimeters shorter than before. And the simplest way to do that is that we had to have this special setup with a 70 millimeter stem and a 380 millimeter width, okay? So next, we're not gonna do workouts because we've done that before. Now, if you wanna do, just like what you said before, how many percent do you ride here versus an arrow? How many percent?
Here, 90%.
90% like this. Because you ride in a peloton. You're a road racer, not a time trialist, not a breakaway artist. You're more of a peloton rider being protected, right? So 90% like this. On those small 10%, that's when I say the final 10 kilometers. When you want to go on an arrow tuck, 2 fingers down, exactly like that. When you just want to, yes, exactly like that. See how easy it is now. It's easier for you to be in this arrow tuck. Once you close the gap in, say, 15 seconds, recover. That easy. Arrow tuck, and then recover. That's perfect. So it means now that you are on the right posture. And you notice on the saddle, you don't have to slide back forward. You don't have to look for it, okay? One of the questions that you asked is the tilt of the saddle. So I tilted the saddle based on that 90% of riding. If it's tilted down, you always have to pressure this. You always fall down. Okay, so that I think that's your concern. Okay, so 90% of the time you will be like this. Okay, now on those special moments that you need to time trial, this one goes here. There you go. And then same, go down. There you go. So if you notice, this one goes inside this where without the, this is literally like an aero bar. I'm gonna get a quarter view of you so you can see it, okay? You look so much more bigger now than your bike. Before, it's like you borrowed your bike from your mommy. Okay, it's true. Okay, so I'm just gonna put the camera over here. This is what the wind sees. Always remember, 90%, 85 to 90% of the aerodynamics is you. So, if I may just describe on the camera, this is one surface area, this is one surface area. That's it. And of course, the wheel. Majority of it is this person over here. It's this silhouette over here, okay? So our objective is how can we put you there, exactly like that. Before, when your bars were too wide, you were here, like Incredible Hulk, okay? So now, here. So beyond the tape. Exactly like that. Yeah, it's perfect. Okay. So I'm just gonna scan it again. I'm just gonna 0.5 exit. So for our viewers over here, if you look at the bike can only do so much because this is the silhouette of the bike, the frontal surface area of this, frontal surface area of this, frontal surface area of this, and this part. If you compare that shadow to this person, there's more. So this one is the optimized aerodynamics that you cannot buy because it's you. You can improve the wheels, perfect, but once we've improved everything, the last improvement has to be the machine, okay? So we're seeing that now, that's perfect. There you go. And then when you want to recover, what do? Straighten up. Excellent. As simple as that. Okay. So this posture that you're doing right now, this is your posture on long distance climbing, just like we discussed a while ago. On long distance climbs, you hold here, so you keep the lungs open and you keep the lower back relaxed. And what you do is you make an effort to slide backward. So you use more of your hamstrings. Okay? The only time you really move forward is when you want to exert a little bit more torque. That's it. That's the only thing we can do now. You're already a winning cyclist. Your objective now is find out how we can optimize you. Question? Comment?
So is this different from before?
Yes.
Which one do you prefer most? The Superman?
Now.
Now. Okay. So I want to thank Max Bike over there, our mechanic. He's a little bit busy. So if you need anything for optimization, Yip over here is our man of the day. So thanks for helping out our 21-year-old Instagram. But in reality, she's not 21. She's 18.
Who's me?
No, not sure. Okay. So if you have any questions about optimizing posture, you can contact our champion rider over here. Her name is Wonder Woman, Kelly.
Kelly.
Kelly. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so we're just gonna tilt the saddle a little bit down by 0.5. Okay. Okay, so if you need anything, we are here in Max Bikes. We try to do the Biomechanics studio. It's all about optimizing the engine. Because the bike, you can only do so much. Once you have the perfect bike, the next step would be the person. So what I like about Kelly is that she's already winning races, but she still thinks that there are areas for improvement.
Yes.
So all you have to do is to have an open mind. If you're willing to learn, nothing to lose, yeah? Nothing to lose. If you're willing to learn, test it. If it doesn't work, test it again. And those are what champion riders are all about. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, give me 5. Oishi. Okay. I gotcha. Okay. Okay, bye.
After our biomechanics workshop in Kuala Lumpur, in Dinayalam, we head off north of Kuala Lumpur, around about 200 kilometers to the quaint city of Ipoh. Ipoh has this very unique British colonial flavor because of the old conquistadors that built the small village. It started as a small village and then started to grow from there. And there are a lot of coffee shops. It's very popular for mining back in the days. And now the tourism industry has boomed a lot. One of the things that I like about Ipoh are the hills. It's the gateway to the Cameron Highlands. And today we chose Ipoh as our destination because that's where Kelly lives. And one of the things that attracted us were the proximity of the hills, that we can practice our strength training session when it comes to big ring training. So we just wanted to show you around the small, quaint old town of Ipoh. It's one of those bucket lists that you have to visit if you ever go to Malaysia. They have a fantastic variety of restaurants, food, tourist attractions, and especially if you're a cyclist, you're gonna love going to Ipoh. The highways are huge, friendly neighborhood. It's a little bit easy compared to Kuala Lumpur. I mean, KL is like any other city, very busy and a little bit stressful, but in Ipoh, it's a little bit quiet. And today, early in the morning, we're gonna head off to Kelang Hill. Okay, we're off to the tower. Wow. Okay, so we're going over there. That antenna. Sleepy Eco.
Right there. That's perfect.
Hill climb sessions are a regular fixture in every CRZ certification program because we always believe that climbing really exposes bad habits, but it also amplifies good technique. This also explains why we design our bikes or set up our bikes in such a way that it helps the person improve their climbing a lot. If you're good in climbing, you're almost good at everything because climbing requires a lot of efficiency, good technique, the value of saving energy, the way you hold the bike takes a lot of importance. It's not just about random pedaling on the crank. It requires finesse and a good understanding on how the relationship of cadence, torque, power, and heart rate come into play. We try to overlay some of the telemetry on this video to showcase that sometimes slow is fast. You don't always have to mash on the pedals to go faster. Especially the target audience for these types of workouts are, you can say, more of the seasoned seniors. Anyone who's above 35 years old or 30 years old might benefit from this type of an approach because the value that we emphasize is taking care of your heart. We've heard a lot of incidents of individuals having heart problems, and sometimes cycling can be a very bad sport for your heart if you do not adapt to your situation. As we get older, as our bodies age, the heart cannot be treated like when you were 21 years old. That's the reason why a lot of the smart watches right now include heart rate monitors to alarm you It's because maybe there's really an importance in taking care of your cardiovascular system. However, just like our previous discussion a while ago, muscles can be trained. In fact, even senior citizens can go to the gym, and you see them very often, how they are able to fill up the gym membership, because everyone can go to the gym, which means that muscular tension and strength can be trained over time with patience, especially if you have a heart condition, or you can just say you're not as fit as when you were on your teens and on your 20s. This course is the whole course is around 10 kilometers long, starting from the flat area. The whole climb is around 6.5 kilometers. The average gradient does not go below single digits. So it's a very optimum course because the gradients rise steadily and do not fluctuate as much. If you can see the way we set up the bike, the brake hoods are closer to the hips. It's because this is the only way you can protect your lower back from excessive tension that result in back spasm. At the same time, this is also the only way you can grip onto your hoods without having numb fingers and be able to use your upper body core strength to help your legs develop more core. To demonstrate the effectiveness of this technique, we are using a 58 tooth chainring for this workout. We do this not because we are masochistic, it's just because that's the way the body eventually adapts. So just like going to the gym, if you go to the gym every day, eventually your body adapts to the weight and you have to go on a heavier weight. So it's literally exactly the same approach. So we're not going to do and discuss so much. Please enjoy the scenery, the natural music of nature, and hopefully you get to learn something out of the visual example on how posture makes a huge difference in your cycling happiness. Thank you very much again for joining us today.
Approaching switchback. Okay, we're gonna wait for Yep and Tom here. 14%. Oh shit. Oh my god. Okay, it's a little bit steep. Gotta max out. Here we go. Lower. $16. $17. Okay, we're gonna wait for Tom and Yip here for a moment. Wait over there. We're approaching the toughest switchback. Usually when you encounter switchbacks like this, beyond 21%, you have to keep it steady. There's really no need to stand up. Use your core. Here we go. We're gonna attack it on a 58 chain ring. %. 17. Wow, look at that. Four 4.2. We're approaching the clouds. Oh, we're getting closer. I could see the towers from here already. There they are. So that's the first tower. You gotta go to the steepest tower. There they are. We're approaching kilometer 4.8. That's 4.8. Okay, first tower done. Going to the second tower. %.
You're almost there, super close. I'm going.
There it is, those are the two towers. I think we made it. Tower. Woo. Come on. Yeah. Last one. Made it. Oh, wow. Okay, so, dude. Thank you. You should try this if you have a chance to go to Ipoh. I think this is one of the landmarks that you gotta really conquer. It's just enough, challenging, but worth it. Worth it. So from here, we're gonna go back home. That was super. So we'll see you again in KL. Morning. Holy shit. Boys, congratulations to Superwoman, second place. Thank you very much, Coach. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations, Kelly. Congratulations. Thank you, Yip, for supporting Supergirl.
You try this one. Spicy, you can.
This is our wrestler from Ipo. Together. The tank. Tank.
Video.
Congratulations.
Ipo.
She's not drunk yet.
Ipo.
End of the tanks.
Bye. Boys, thank you very much for joining Leca's highway ride. Special thanks to our women who have the 78 kilometer killers. Okay. And our boys from Singapore, from Tak Tak, from the country of Tak Tak. And sino nga ba yung team captain kanina? Yung director daw? Where's the director? There's the director. The Lolo. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna take a photo. Stay there. 1, 2, 3. One more. Congratulations, Joyce.
I don't know. I saw that way.
Okay, boys. Chuck is here.
Ako tinetext ko. Solo rider. Nag-is.
Orange.